My name is Joe Palomino. I was a member of the 13th class in 2022, and I'm currently serving as a mentor to the 15th class here in 2024 for the Almond Leadership Program. I live in Clovis, California. I work for Axiom Ag out of Reedley, California as an agronomist and certified crop advisor. And I'd say the day-to-day involves a lot of plant nutrition, fertility, soil health matters, and irrigation management. Well, the almond industry is in our backyard. I mean, there's over 1 million acres of almonds planted. So anywhere between a minute to a couple hours from my home, I can get to an almond orchard. But its impact on California agriculture is undeniable. So it was kind of a no-brainer. And, something you should learn, something you should tend to. But really, it's one of the first crops that I really began to grasp the agronomic process and the growing process of taking something from a blossom to a nut, and really just fell in love with the process of how to grow an almond with the timing of everything. So the fact that it was one of the first ones that I began to understand made it a lot easier to want to be around. My first job in the industry had to deal with a lot of ground truthing, what we did in terms of soil moisture and irrigation practices. I have a probe, and we would probe a lot of soil, a lot of acreage, just to determine overall soil moisture, and then correlate it to growth stage, crop coefficient, and the weather to influence next week's irrigation schedule. And then we tie it to a fertilizer plan. The best advice I would give somebody entering the almond industry, uh, and particularly from the growing side, would be very diligent, but be very patient. This is a process that takes a few months to get to the finish line. But even though it's a call for patience, you still have to act rather fast when it comes time to do something. You don't want to be late with anything you're going to do, whether it's water, fertilizer, spraying, sampling. Uh, when it's time to act, you need to act fast and decisively, but understand that it is a process. I applied for the Almond Leadership Program because I truly just wanted to be of service and learn how to help more people. The first time I applied, I did not get into the program, and it actually turned out to be quite the blessing, because the second time I applied a couple of years later, I just had more to offer the industry, more knowledge of agriculture in general, and I was able to get in, and it really worked out because the people I was able to meet and the people that were working on things outside of my niche it was really invaluable knowledge. And if the goal at the beginning was to learn how to help more people, I was able to get a much broader perspective of the things people are considering day to day, and the things that they're doing for their jobs, and how all of our jobs kind of correlate. So it was very enlightening and well worth it. Yeah, perhaps the biggest mentor I've had in my agricultural career was the independent agronomist I worked for named Brock Taylor. We were together for 13 years, and I just got in-field agronomy knowledge that he probably didn't even know he was giving me. It was just unloading agronomic knowledge on how to manage water, fertilizer, soil, and just take care of the plants. And just like I said, he was probably giving me more knowledge than he thought he was giving me at any particular time. But just to be a sponge in the presence of Brock, who did it for over 40 years, was invaluable. And the guy I'm working with now, Jeff Merritt, just incredible amount of support, and continuing to learn on some of these chemistry parts of agronomy and biological parts of agronomy, how it all ties together. So the education and support from both of those gentlemen has truly, truly helped me a lot. My favorite way to enjoy almonds get some chocolate involved. The two just partner really well, but they're kind of dangerous. So uh, I like chocolate covered almonds. I will just eat raw almonds, but trail mix, chocolate, and almonds are a really nice combination. I also really like almond milk. I'll drink that stuff in the middle of the night. I've got a house full of girls. I've got a wife and a daughter, and we have a dog. But we like to spend a lot of time together, and we're glad that football's coming back because we're really big Eagles fans, and Sundays are really important in our house, and we kind of rotate homes between a nice group of friends. But other than football, we're a big Disney family. We like to go to Disneyland every winter at the end of the season because usually when the rain starts moving in, the ag season slows down, and I don't take much of a vacation until the wintertime. Uh, I'm an Oscar buff. I like good cinema. I like going to the movies, actually seeing movies in the theater. Um, we like cooking, gardening. Claire, my daughter, is an awesome sushi date. So really, we just like being together and doing stuff we enjoy. I think Vince Lombardi has some really inspiring perspectives. I really love reading Theodore Roosevelt's The Man in the Arena, but the biggest credo I think I live by is something that I tell my daughter and remind myself daily is you have to take the time to do something right. Otherwise, you have to take the time to do it again. If I could learn any skill, it would honestly be a combination of learning how to work on my car or being just a little bit more handy. I'm not handy. I need to get better with tools and woodworking and I if something breaks, you probably shouldn't call me. We should probably call someone a lot more qualified, but I need to get I would love to just be proficient in tools and woodworking and changing my oil.